manager who needs to stay on top of social media, this is a topic of conversation that's extremely important. So I'm excited. I am honored to be on your show, and I can't wait to share this with your audience.
Well, let's get into it. And I am just double checking real quick. Okay, it looks like we are live. So if somebody's watching live, can you please go ahead and comment that we are live? Because something a little weird happened there along the way. So we'll see what happens. This is always fun. Yeah. It's fun, interesting. I use a Be Live all the time. I love Be Live TV, but today we're doing something different. We're going to have where you share your screen. And in order to have the other person share their screen, I'm not able to use Be Live for that. So we're using Zoom. So as I was posting this out there and it looked like it was live, then all of a sudden I was like, I don't know if it's live, but I know we're live now. So let's go ahead and get into it. Let's talk about your product. I want you to share with us like how it came to be and why. Like, why would you create a new product for people that's going to save them time and money?
Well, this tool was designed by a team of busy entrepreneurs, including myself, and it was designed for busy entrepreneurs and marketing managers. And that's going to be the focus of our conversation today. We were just talking about this, Lynda, right? Like, time equals money.
Yes.
And here's a question that I ask all entrepreneurs, and I'm curious to hear your answer as well. And it ties into this value of time, and specifically your time as an entrepreneur. So one of the questions that I always ask any business owner, entrepreneur is, how much do you value yourself per hour? Meaning that if someone asked you, hey, how much are you worth per hour? What would you tell them?
That's a great question because, when I first started my entrepreneurial journey 3.5 years ago, I was working a job. And so I valued my time based on the job I had, right? Because that was set for me. That was set for me. And I just saw a friend post today. She's like, I just gave myself a raise this week because she's an entrepreneur and that's something that we can do. So how do you value your time? How do I value my time? I can value it by a dollar amount per hour, or I can value it as an amount per project, or however I want to do it. And so it's hard for me to give you a number because I value my time tremendously, but a lot more than I'm currently charging. So there's a difference there, right? Because I know what my time is worth, but I'm not sure if my skills are worth to other people. So it's kind of like that chicken for the egg thing. So I don't know. My answer is I don't know.
The answer, okay. And that's I mean, we've all been in that situation, right? Where like, how do we define value? So when I ask a lot of business owners that, and I'm curious because this is a live video, and if you're watching this live and you're watching this on replay, I would be curious to know if you had to put a dollar sign to how much you were worth per hour, what would that be? So type in that in the comments, because I'm curious to see what the answers are. And I will tell you this, as you guys are putting in those answers, I will say that 99% of the time when I ask a business owner that they undervalue themselves, either because they haven't thought about it or they just don't think that their time is that valuable. They know that it's valuable, but sometimes you have to quantify it to make it more real. And so what I tell business owners is that I'm not going to tell you what you're worth exactly, right? You have to define that, but I'm going to give you a baseline here. And that baseline is, no matter if you're a solopreneur, day one of starting your business, or day 365, you should value yourself at a minimum at $100 an hour. That's at a minimum. So that means no experience, no certifications, no alphabet soup after your name, right? No MBAs, PhDs, right? Take all that stuff out. You're still worth $100 per hour.
And where do you get that number from? Like, where you're just like, hey, it's 100.
That's just a baseline based on the fact that as an entrepreneur, we wear a lot of different hats.
Oh boy, do we.
Right. And you know this, I know this, and everybody who's tuning in there, I'm sure can relate to that. So when we think about what we need to be spending our time on, we need to be spending our time on things that are worth $100 per hour. So bringing this full circle back into this conversation, then, where time is money, right? We know that. And now that we know that we're worth at a minimum $100 an hour, what is worth our time and what is not? Now with social media, and you know this, Lynda, it's a very controversial subject with entrepreneurs and with businesses, because they know it's valuable for their business. And they know that it's great for awareness and all of that. But is it worth 40 hours a week? Right? Is it worth even 20 hours a week? And even though I am in the world of social media, I would definitely say the answer is no, that as a business owner, you should not be spending 20 hours per week on your social media.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you're like, watching funny videos and stuff like that, right? Like your personal time, like that's aside from
That's a whole nother bubble of trouble, right?
Like, I want to tell you something. So you asked the dollar amount, and you watching, go ahead and put what you value your hourly rate at. Okay. And so I just want to tell you that first thing I did is I went and I put a really weird number. I put $799 an hour.
Yeah.
And then I said, you know what? I'm giving myself a raise, $1,250 an hour. And I came up with that number. It's just totally an arbitrary number. But here's the deal is that if I say I'm worth $50 an hour, for example, I'm going to be able to hire clients that will pay me $50 an hour, but I probably won't be able to work for people or do work for people who would pay me, $2,000 an hour, because they're going to be like $50. That person doesn't value themselves. They must have shitty work. So I'm like, you know what? I'm put a number over the 1,000, because I was going to do like under 1,000. I thought, you know what? I'm just going to give myself a raise. Okay. $1,250. That's what I value my hour at as of right this moment, today.
Yeah. And the important thing with that is that it is a mindset, right? But it's also, It also goes back to, as a business owner, what should you be working on versus what you should outsource? And that's another topic of conversation. But as it relates to this tool, the intention of this tool, again, this was designed for busy entrepreneurs. And if you take advantage of all the features of this tool, you're not going to be spending more than an hour a week managing your social media. And that
1 hour a week.
60 minutes top. And that's just starting out using the tool. Once you get more comfortable with it, it's going to take shorter and shorter and shorter. And that to me is extremely valuable for a business owner, because rather than posting content on Facebook, which may or may not get you a lead, but versus on the phone calling a potential client and building that relationship, that's what I'd rather see a business owner doing, is spending their time on that. So this tool is going to give you that freedom so that you can spend more of your time on things that are going to generate more income for your business immediately. Right.
And here's what's cool, you guys, is that you stick around to the end, and we're going to give you a link that you can download this tool. It's free right now, but they will be bumping it up to a paid version soon. So you want to make sure you click on it. I don't know what date, so I can't tell you. So if you're watching this replay and you're, months down the line, it might not be free any longer. So you want to go ahead and click on that and get the free version when you can. Okay. So let's go and talk about the tool, what it is, and then let's show everybody, because it's absolutely amazing. When you were showing me, I was like, oh my God, I got to get you on the show. That's how cool it was to me. It's like, I got to get her on here because I have to have her show everybody what it is.
Yeah. Okay. So let me pull up the tool, and then I'm going to do a quick commercial break and go turn on my light so that you all can actually see my beautiful face. Hold on.
Okay. And it is very beautiful. There's no place like home for the holidays. I said no place like home over there. Okay, so if you're watching live, go ahead and put live in the comments. And if you're watching the replay, go ahead and put replay in the comments. Let us know where you're from as well. I am looking at the original post, which is on my business page, livinglive.tv. So if you're commenting somewhere other than on my business page, again, it's livinglive.tv, then I can't see your comments. So if you're commenting, I apologize. If you can head on over to livinglive.tv, that'd be awesome. You can put your comments over there. So, okay, let's see it.
Well, it's funny. You were singing about Christmas, and that made me think of, I just saw someone post today. They were in Michael's or something, and there was already Halloween decor out.
What? Oh my gosh. What? Yeah. Don't put that.
I want to share my screen, but it says right now that host disabled it. So I'll let you work on that, and I'll start singing some more Christmas tunes for you all, because that's exactly why we're here, is just to sing Christmas music.
Co-host. This should work. Let's see here. I just made you co-host. I think that makes it so you can do it.
Okay, let me try it now. Looks like we got some action going on here.
Yeah. Ooh, let's do it.
All right. I will just pose the question. Can you all see my screen? And, I'll wait a couple seconds. Okay. So Lynda can see it. I'm going to move forward. Again, you guys are getting behind the scenes of what you are going to get free access to. And you really need to be thanking Lynda for this, because I approached Lynda because I respect her and the community that she's built on social media. And I'm only reaching out to certain partners to offer this freemium service. So
wow, I'm privileged. Thank you. Yeah. I'm so glad to be able to share this with you guys too. This is awesome.
Yeah, and you can't Google this tool. You're not going to see it on a Facebook ad. We're not doing any sort of promotion like that because we want to give it to business owners for free right now. Let them test it out. Now, what you guys are also getting, this is another reason why Lynda is so awesome, is that you're getting the freemium version, and then you're also going to get a free 7-day pro trial of the pro version. So you're getting access to both, really all of the powerful features of this tool. And then even after your pro trial, you're still going to have access to your freemium account as well. So there's no worry on that.
Fantastic. Let's say hi to Tony. Tony is here from La Mesa, California. And you guys, if you're watching this, please go ahead and share it out, because a lot of people that can use this tool. Trust me, if you're in business, your friends who are in business are going to be able to use this tool no matter what kind of business you have. So please share it out with them, because we have an opportunity to share this tool for free. It's a perk that you're getting because you're watching this video right now. And then we also have Karen tuning in from Carlsbad. Welcome, Karen. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions while Alex is talking about this, please post them in the comments, because she'll be able to answer them right now since you're live. But remember, if you're watching live on a page other than livinglive.tv, I can't see your questions, so Alex will not be able to answer them live. So go ahead and hop over to the livinglive.tv page and hop on and join us over there. Okay, Alex, it's all yours, girl. Let's do it. I can't wait. This is so exciting. You guys don't even know how excited I am, because this is so amazing.
I'm excited too. I love talking about tools. And here's the thing. There's a blessing in that there are so many amazing social media tools out there. There really are. There are so many that I recommend to business owners. And that's essentially the curse as well, is that there are so many tools, right? So this is what creates the million tabs on our Chrome browser, right? Because right now, what we have to do a lot of times is that when we're creating content for social media, whether that's the copy, like the actual text, or the visuals, we're having to rely on third-party tools like Canva, which I love, and then we have to bounce around to a scheduling tool, which, gosh, if you type in social media scheduling tools, hundreds and hundreds of search results comes up.
And it's so confusing, because how do you know which is the right one, which is the best one and all that? And, I like to liken it. Okay, ladies, you're ready for this. I like to liken it to going down the feminine hygiene.
Oh God.
Oh my God. Send your husband to go get you something from that aisle, and he's just going to go crazy. And that's how I feel about pulling up those scheduling apps, because I checked it out. Like before we went live, earlier today, I checked them out because I wanted to see what was out there. And you're exactly right. I mean, it's too many to choose from. Okay, go on. I'm done.
Too many. No, it's a fair point. And it takes time to test out tools. I can speak to that. I spent way too many hours testing out these tools, which again are amazing, and they all have their powerful features. But the point here being that there are so many where you have to go to one tool to do this and another tool to do that. With this tool, with your signature social dashboard, you're going to have the ability to pull in multiple of the most powerful tools out there in social media and have it in one clean, easy to use dashboard. Again, this dashboard is about saving you all time, and you're not going to be able to do that if there's a learning curve to using the tool, but then you're having to use all these other tools in addition to this one, right? It's just a never-ending rabbit hole. So as we go through this live tutorial today, of course, ask your questions because I want to know what your questions are, but you're going to see that there's a lot of different features in this tool so that you really don't have to leave your dashboard. You really could use this as your one-stop shop for creating, scheduling, and managing your content, and be good to go. Do this on a Monday for 1 hour, and then you're done with social media for the entire week. That is the goal. That's the plan. So let's dive into this. What you're seeing right now is your home screen. The home screen, if we scroll down here, is where we're going to go in order to add your social accounts. Now, what you're going to notice, and this is a key difference between this dashboard and a tool like Hootsuite. Hootsuite has a free version still, believe it or not. It's actually pretty tricky to find because they don't want you to find it, understandably so. But with the free version of a tool like Hootsuite, which is a scheduling tool, the free version only allows you to connect up to 3 of your social media accounts, number one. The other limitation, number 2, is that you can only schedule up to 30 posts, I think, a month. There is a limit to how many posts you can schedule on the free version. Now that's an issue because even if you only have 2 social media accounts, you're naturally going to be posting, let's say twice a day, 1 post per platform. That's 40 posts a month. You're not going to be able to use the free tool unless you have 1 account, which again, most businesses do not. So,
okay. So with that, it's every post, so no matter how many platforms it goes to, each one counts as one.
Exactly.
Gotcha. Okay. Thank you.
So with our freemium version, we did not want to have that limitation. We did not think that that was a reason to put that in a pro version. So the benefit you have with even your freemium version is that you can connect as many accounts as you can want, or as you want. As you see here, we are able to connect with all the major platforms. And then number 2, there's no limit on how many posts you can schedule. So that's just awesome in itself. Had to throw that out there. Love Hootsuite, but there's huge limitations there to using the free version of it. All right, so that is your home screen. Again, this is where you're going to connect all of your accounts. Let me pull this out of the way here. Let's see, here we go. All right, now let's go ahead and move on up and I'll show you the hub, so to speak, your hub for creating the actual content for all of your social media. Now, as this is pulling up here, I'm going to point out a really cool feature. This is great for saving time. We added these cool little, what we're calling quick inserts here. This is where you can go and automatically add, for example, the link to your website. You can add links to your existing social media accounts. If you want to cross promote, you can easily do that. Now this baby right here, this is one of my favorite features. It's called the hashtag tool. And what that does is that as you start posting content to your dashboard is naturally going to track your best performing content, because in addition to this being a scheduling and a content creation tool, it's also an analyzing tool. So it's going to analyze your best performing content. Now we also take that to the next level with hashtags, which if you are active on Twitter or Instagram or even LinkedIn, because LinkedIn's getting a little bit more popular with the whole hashtag strategy. Now, instead of the guessing game of like, okay, what hashtag should I be using? Okay, I'll use this one because everybody else is using it, but I don't know if it's really working, right? Like we've all had that conversation in our heads when we talk about hashtags, right? It's like this mysterious thing where we know we're supposed to be using them, but we have no idea which ones really to use. It's kind of like the bandwagon approach. We use whatever everybody else is using. Well, say goodbye to that because that takes time, right? So what your dashboard is going to do is it's going to track your best performing hashtags based on engagement. So when you pull up and use this feature, your top 5 hashtags will curate right here so that you can easily insert them into your posts and you no longer have to think about, okay, what hashtag should I use and which ones are actually working best for my industry and my content.
This actually, for me, Alex, I think this is the thing that most excited me because I don't use many hashtags because I forget which ones to use, first of all. And second of all is I don't know how many to use and all this stuff. So I think this is absolutely awesome. And I want to let Tony know that we're going to come back to your question in just a second, but go ahead and keep putting your questions down there because I'll ask the questions as we go through this. Okay. So this part of the tool, I was like, oh my God. I mean, I want it just for that, if nothing else.
Yeah, we love hashtags, and we know there are a lot of businesses that rely on hashtags for engagement, for awareness, for visibility. So we wanted to make that as easy as possible for you to be able to track those best performing hashtags. And then who doesn't love the emoji, right? I mean, some of us love them a little bit more than others, which is okay.
Oh, wait a second. So actually, Karen's question relates. She says, there's more than one hashtag.
There can be. So depending on how many hashtags that you use, this one will track your top 5.
But you can add more than the 5 because that's just your top 5. Is that correct?
Yeah, you can add as many as you want. I mean, I never recommend going too crazy with hashtags, but
Yeah, I know some people use like 20 or 30 hashtags or whatever.
a little much. It's a little much.
Oh, okay. So Tony's question, actually, this is a really good question because I'd like to know the answer to this too. She says, didn't Facebook block or stop scheduling tools right now?
No, that's a rumor. They don't stop. They don't block. They have to be compatible, yes, but no. There's so many rumors in the social media world. What I tell people with these things, guys, is that you got to go back to Facebook and Instagram. Anytime they make an update, a huge update, they're putting it on their news tab, right? And so, unfortunately, like social media is like high school sometimes. So many rumors. It's true though. You go inside these groups and there's these rumors that come out of nowhere, and I'm like, holy crap! And then everybody starts jumping on the bandwagon. So I always say, go back to facebook.com, go to their newsroom. Same with Instagram, because Facebook owns Instagram, and read. If it's not posted by Facebook, it's most likely a rumor because they have to make those sort of announcements.
I love that. Okay, back to high school. Okay.
Yeah, I know. I know. I'm sorry. But it's true. It's true, my friends. So I'm warning you. It's a crazy road out there.
Well, it's just like anything, you got to double check the source anyway, because if one person spreads the rumor, they get all panic attacked and everything, and they start spreading this rumor. Next thing you know, everybody's just spreading the rumor that the person's spreading. And so, yeah, you need to go back to the source and double check. And, there's a whole bunch of different reputable social media groups out there on Facebook also. So you can check, maybe join some of those. I don't know which one's off the top of my head, but Social Media Marketing World is one that's really good, by the way. So might want to check them out. Yeah. Okay, go on.
So then last but not least, in the quick inserts, we have the fun emojis, right? This is just the easy way so that you don't have to pull up those shortcuts on your keyboard. I have trouble doing that on the Facebook all the time. So we just have this easy to use emoji search feature, which I love, because then you can actually search for emojis, which is awesome because
what?
Yeah.
So like if you put poop in there, the poop one comes up?
Dare we do it? Let's type in poop. I don't know if it's going to pull. Oh. Oh my God.
I don't know why. I don't use that one, but I don't know. Like I see people using it. And so I'm like, if that comes up, then everything else will come up too.
Oh, you don't use that one with like your husband? I use that one all the time.
No, my husband and I are not Facebook friends.
Oh no, but I'm saying like when you're texting, like I use the
poop
emoji, man.
I don't. Maybe I should start. And he'll be like, what is that?
It's funny. It's funny. But yeah, and I wish you could do this on your phone, and you can, but you can't. So again, if you could search for emojis, that saves you so much time alone.
It sure does. Because I just spent probably 10 minutes today trying to find one emoji, and then it wasn't there. And I like looked through every little line and it just wasn't there. And I'm like,
exactly. Yeah.
So I spent 10 minutes, 10 minutes of my $1,250 an hour.
There you go. See, she knows what she's talking about. Listen to Lynda. Okay.
That's right.
All right.
Listen, Lynda.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God.
That little kid.
Pull up that video. Okay. At the end, we'll watch that video.
Okay.
So those are the quick inserts, again, to help save you a lot of time, hours of time, especially with that hashtag feature. Now, here's where comes some of the really cool stuff, the sexy stuff in marketing that people love to do, but can take a lot of time. There are many tools out there for creating awesome visuals. We talked about Canva. That's my personal favorite and my go-to. Lynda, I'm sure you have some other recommendations, and I'm sure everyone tuning in has their favorite.
Yeah, and I do. I love Canva. When I first used it, I didn't understand it, but then, after a couple hours of just messing around with it, I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. So, yeah. But I love that your guys' replaces it. It's awesome.
Yes. Dare I say that we have a Canva in here. Obviously it's not Canva, but right. It allows you to create those professionally designed images, and you don't need any sort of Photoshop experience. But the whole benefit of this is that you don't have to go to something like Canva, create the image, download the image, then upload it to your scheduling tool. You can do it right within your dashboard, right? That's what we're
yippee.
Yes, exactly. So that's what we're looking at right now. If I take you over here to creating designs, what you're going to see here is you will have access to hundreds of professionally designed market tested templates so that you can create these eye-popping visuals that are going to drive a natural engagement, organic engagement. So I'll just pick one out here just because I want to point out a couple things about this. It's very different than Canva. One of them being is that when you pull up a template to use, one of the things that I really like about our dashboard is that it will tell you what the image is best for. So here it will say, okay, best for Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's a time saver because I used to work for agencies back in the day. And let me tell you, we had to print out, what was a tree's worth of the most up-to-date dimensions for all these social media platforms, right? Now, Canva came along and they changed the game because you didn't have to worry about memorizing them anymore. They already came with the right dimensions. But sometimes it's nice to know, okay, if I created this image, would it work for Facebook or for Twitter or for LinkedIn or some or all of them? So these are going to give you guidelines from there. And then when you click on use the design, this is where you can go and customize it as little or as much as you want. For example, if I were to click to swap here, this is going to take me to the image center. Now we have an image library that has hundreds of royalty-free images. What all it's doing is that it's pulling the royalty-free images from Google and putting it into this image library for you. So you have access to these images that you can use. You'll see here that they all look very professionally designed.
And they're always updated because they're coming from Google.
Yeah, so it's
Cool.
pulling all those images here. And then you can use, like I said, you can change, you can add images, add stickers, add shapes, add emojis. You can insert your logo there, add text. Again, you can customize it as little or as much as you want, but as you can see from some of these templates, a lot of it's already made for you. Again, we want to save you time here. And this is a great way of doing that right within your dashboard. So when
let me ask you a question there, because when you were in there and you went to swap the image and you swapped it with the images library, I see, what's that Facebook images? Does that mean it's going to take me to my Facebook?
It will take you to whatever account you have connected with Facebook. So
You're kidding. Oh my God, that's awesome.
Yeah, right?
Oh my God, total time saver. I don't have to go find my pictures, save them, and then upload them and everything. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Okay, can we stop for just a second? Tony had a comment. Let's see if you have a response to this. So this is again regarding the social media, the third-party apps and stuff. She says she didn't hear from anybody or read it. The scheduling tools that she uses and other consultants in her industry use are no longer able to schedule posts on Facebook, such as Tiny Torch and Clinch Share. So she was thinking that maybe it has something to do with those sites and not specifically Facebook.
I have no idea what those tools are. They're not one of the ones I'm very used to hearing, but for this tool, I mean, I've been using it and all of our other business owners who are using it right now have had no issues. So I'm just going to say that we're fine. We're good.
And Tony, this one's free. You got to tell all your peeps about it. Have them watch the video and they'll get the link.
Yeah. Cool. These are great questions. I love that your audience is engaged. It makes the conversation more dynamic. It makes it more relevant too. I mean, these are the questions that need to be addressed because there's rumors out there, there's truths out there. So it's better to talk about it than just assume. I love it. Cool. So you'll have that image creator within your message hub. So you can create the copy, add the quick inserts, create your image, bada bing, bada boom, and then you can schedule it either in that moment or you can schedule at a later date. But this is your message hub right here. Now, if we go ahead and go to the social planner, this is.
Wait, Alex, before we go there, can you answer this question? Let's say, for example, I brought up an image and it was going to be a Facebook post, and then I wanted to use that same image for Instagram and how they're different sizes. Can I then use that image and change it to an Instagram one to use? Does my question make sense?
Like change the dimensions?
Yeah. Like, can I use that same image and just use different social media platforms with the same image? Like,
yes, I see what you're saying. Yeah. So if you go over here, It will filter. So what you'll notice over here on the left-hand side, do you see where it says by size? So we
Yes.
did this filter process right here to divvy up which ones are ideal. So like square is good for Facebook and Instagram. So you don't see the Instagram icon, but generally square images work well on Facebook as well as Instagram.
Okay.
So I would try that out with that and see how that looks.
Okay.
Yeah, good
Okay.
question.
Awesome. And Tony says, I love all the images available and that it can be done in one area. Yes, exactly, Tony. That's why this is so amazing. That's what really got me excited about it, is because being able to save time by not going to a whole bunch of different places and not having to remember all the different places I have everything and stuff. So, and then not having to save everything. And this is so amazing.
Yeah, it's almost like we read the mind of a busy entrepreneur.
Oh, because you are.
Maybe because I am one. So
Yeah.
I get it. I get it. It's like everything you all are saying. I'm like, yes, yes, yes. Like, this is good. Means that I'm really meeting the needs of the people who I want to give this tool to. So
Yes.
it's validating.
Exactly.
Very cool.
Awesome.
Cool, cool, cool. All right. So social planner. This is like having your own social media editorial calendar. Now, there are many options out there. Ask a social media marketing manager what they use for their editorial calendar, and you're going to get a different answer every time. The most common are Google spreadsheets. Who wants to use a Google spreadsheet or a spreadsheet in general? Unless you are a spreadsheet person, which then you love them. There's Airtables. There's a lot of tools for having editorial calendars, meaning that you can look at a bird's eye view of your content and plan your content in advance. It's like seeing that calendar and saying, okay, what do I have scheduled? What do I still need to schedule? Again, we're going to take that and bring it into your dashboard so you have that bird's eye view. You can plan out your content either weeks in advance, months in advance, but this is your social planner is where you're going to go to see that content and see what you have lined up for the week. And this is also going to show you, for example, on this calendar right here in June, if you had something scheduled for Facebook, it will tell you, it will have the F icon for Facebook, and then it will have a couple of characters so you can see where your content is posted, when it's been posted. You can come here and edit individual posts in here as well. This is like your scheduling hub, if you want to call it that.
Okay, cool. I love it. I love it. Love it.
Mm-hmm.
I know some people who actually use like Google Calendar for their social media calendar as well.
Yeah. And they're all great tools and they're all free, right? But again, it's having that extra tab, that extra work and trying to figure out, okay, what's here, what's there. Now you don't have to. So that is your social planner. We went through the image creator. That's the Canva-like feature that we discussed. We'll head on over to your social streams. This is your engagement hub. And this is important because this gets skipped over by a lot of entrepreneurs. They use what I call this post and go strategy, where it's like, okay, I'm going to post my content for the week, and then I'm just going to ignore my social media. And you know, that may have worked back in 2010, 2011, but it is 2018, and Facebook is getting more strict with what type of content that they're prioritizing, and so are the other platforms. And unfortunately, that means that we're going to have to take that extra step to actually nurture our communities. Now, Lynda, you do a great job of doing that. I see that you...
Yeah, and I want to address that really quickly because it's so important to have a two-way conversation. This isn't about you like throwing up on people and running away. This is about you actually having a conversation with them and, you know, engaging with them. And that's how I've been able to grow my audience, is by having that engagement. And there's a lot of things I do, but engagement is the thing I think I do the best. And that's just because I like having conversations. So if you don't like having those conversations with people, hire somebody to do that part for you, because it is crucial to the algorithms that you are actually having conversations with your people, because Facebook's going to push you up because you're actually engaging with people. So if you're not going to do it, you gotta hire out and have somebody do it. Even if it's 2 hours a week, you know, you got to do it. Okay, I'm done with my.
I love that. And, you know, do you know how special someone feels when a business will engage with them because it's not something that we are used to. That still makes us feel special. It makes us feel part of an experience. If someone from Nike, you know, shouts us out, or Lynda shouts us out, right? Like that is just a kind of human nature that we want to feel special. You want to feel part of something bigger. And that, again, is the importance of engagement, is nurturing your audience, building that loyal community. If you just have that one-way conversation, then that's all social media is going to be. And how can a one-way conversation lead to you getting more clients? It doesn't. So this tool is going to help you with that. Again, being geared for entrepreneurs as well as marketing managers. Many social media managers are hired to not only create content, but also to engage. So we wanted to give that opportunity for you all to be able to engage with your audience within your dashboard as well. What you're going to see here is that you choose which of the social streams you want to show. Your social streams are your real-time live feed of either your Twitter, Facebook, or Google Plus platforms. And you can choose what you want to be seen, meaning that, for example, I have my wall feed connected here, so I can see what has been posted on my Facebook page and the comments or any sort of engagement that I'm getting on it. And that's important to be able to monitor that so that we can go back and either like or comment and interact with people within your community. So
can you also have your personal timelines attached to it, or is it just like as far as Facebook business page?
For these social streams, I believe it's just your business, but I know that I have my, actually, let me do this real quick, because let's see here. Let's just test it out here. You gotta test, right?
Yay, we like testing.
Test.
If you guys have any more questions, please go keep putting them up there. Tony, thanks so much for participating. Really love it. But if there's any questions that you have along the way, go ahead and ask them. And then remember, stick around to the end because we're going to give you this tool for free. And I want you to share this out because, there's a lot of people out there that have businesses that could really use this tool. And, being that it's free and it's only being offered for a short period of time and to only Alex saw me as somebody that had value to offer so that she offered it up. So not everybody is going to have access to this for free. So jump on it and make sure you share this out with your friends.
Absolutely. And the answer to that is I believe so, because I've connected not onto this test account, but I've connected my personal, and I want to say that it can pull it up. So Lynda, I would say test that out. And then if it doesn't work, I'll show you all at the end of this how to contact our support team, because that's something we may be able to add into version 2.0. I know that most business owners don't use their personal Facebook just because there's so much controversy on, can I use my personal profile as a business entity, so to speak? So test it out and let us know, and then I'll show you all how to contact our support team as well.
Awesome.
All right, that is social streams. Now, I did want to save the best for last. And I know Canva is awesome. I know this image creator is awesome. And I have a lot of fun with it because I am a very creative person. But this by far is probably the most powerful feature of this tool. And this is the one feature where I can say with 100% confidence that this piece is done for you, meaning that there's all different types of content, and there's all different definitions on how content is created on social media. There's content that is curated, so C-U-R-A-T-E-D, and curated is just a fancy word for pulling content from across the internet, so taking different sources and sharing them. So if I share a blog from Social Media Examiner, I am curating that content. This is not content that I created. I found it and I shared it. Okay, so that's a very basic definition of what curation is. Then there's the quintessential original creation. So creating an original post that you created, it was your original idea, creating that's just stereotypical creation. And then there's done for you content in the sense that this content was found for you and then you can go in and schedule it. Now, here's the thing, and I know you probably know this, Lynda, just from being on social media and creating your own content, is that the most time-consuming aspect of social media, across the board for all business owners is that content creation piece.
Yes. For sure.
And
you guys, you're going to be blown away when you see this tool. I'd forgotten about this part because I was so excited about the Canva-ish part, but yeah, just wait till you see this. This just blew my mind.
Yeah. And you know what? There's no easy button to social media, right? I mean, everybody wants to press like the red easy button. And I will say this is the closest to the easy button you're going to get on social media. This is your message research tab, and this is what's going to curate content for you. So you're not even going to have to find the content. Your dashboard is going to find the content for you and not just any content. We're talking about the best performing content. It's going to analyze the best performing content on the internet for your industry, for your business, for your keyword. It is going to find that for you. And all you have to do is click one button, and it's going to.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my God. That is like the sound effect. We need that little sound effect, right?
Yeah, probably in somebody else's voice, but that's okay.
I loved it. It gave its purpose. But yes. So let me show you.
Wait, before we go here, because Tony had a question related to the last thing, and she said it might fall in line with the support team. To piggyback on Lynda's question, can you schedule in groups and or events done from your personal page? So can you schedule in groups and events?
Groups are coming in the next phase of this tool. So that's something that we're working on. That's a lot trickier to do than it sounds. But yeah, we're working on groups because a lot of people are spending time in groups, right?
Yes. And that's Facebook is wanting us to do that. So it's working. Awesome. Oh, and then PS, look, she's looking forward to playing around and testing this tool. You have to wait till the end before I give you the key word.
It's coming.
Yeah. And I want to share with you guys just really quickly before we go to this next thing is, there's this tool that I use called ManyChat, and ManyChat does the messenger bots. And so when I give you the keyword, that keyword is going to have my messenger bot send you a message, which is going to have you type the message again because we have to do a double opt-in. Facebook requires that. And when you go to that opt-in, it's going to take you out to Alex's platform. So you can download it for free. But what I wanted to share with you, which was really cool, is I wasn't sure if this was going to work. I tried it out while we were here right now, but I wasn't able to pre-schedule my messenger bot to send the message because on Zoom, you can't do that. So when we went live, I was like, okay, I'm just going to go in and I'm going to schedule it. So I scheduled it while Alex was talking. So it's working and I'm excited because it's first time trying it out and I see that it works. So just sharing.
Cool. Love chatbots.
Love them.
Cool.
Okay. Hallelujah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
I freaking love it. Okay. This is called your message research. And again, it's going to pull the best performing content. Now, what we've done, because this is very similar to BuzzSumo. Some of you may be familiar with BuzzSumo, which is a content search tool. But let me tell you, the price tag for that tool is ridiculous because it's geared towards agencies. It's geared towards bigger brands. Their enterprise program or package right now is close to $900 a month. So, that's a big price tag. And granted, it has a lot of powerful tools, but for what a business owner needs, they don't need to be paying $900 a month. So we took the feature from BuzzSumo that business owners, like small businesses, would use, and we put it into our dashboard. So this is what this is here. Now, we took it kind of to the next level because we wanted you to be able to search for different types of content. We could have another conversation on video, but I will just say this. Video gets 3 times the engagement than any other type of content. Video marketing is huge right now.
I told you so.
We're on live video. There's a reason for that, right? We know it encourages engagement. People are bored of the static image. They want something more dynamic. So that being said, because we are in the world of social media, we need to stay relevant. We added a YouTube search feature, meaning if we did a simple search, for example, social media marketing, what it's doing here is that it's pulling the top performing YouTube videos for you, so that you don't have to spend the hours of time trying to find, okay, is this video even worthy of me posting it? Is it going to create some sort of engagement? Taking the guessing game out of that. So
these are the top performing ones that are going to pop up.
So you
Awesome.
can see here, it will show you the stats, right? Like the views, the likes, the dislikes, the comments. You can filter by what you're trying to aim for. Maybe you want something with the highest views or the most comments, whatever that looks like, you can filter. But the idea here being that this is what's going to allow you to spend that hour a week, just an hour a week on your social medias by having this feature right here.
Wow.
For example, everybody loves a good Gary Vee video. So if I wanted to post this first video right here, all I would need to do is click this nice little blue button right here. And as you can see, it pulls up everything already for you. So it has the link that it will attach. It has the title. You can tweak it if you want, add your own commentary, pose a question, whatever you want to do. Excuse me, add the quick inserts, choose which platforms you want it to go out to, and then schedule it, and you're done.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is a huge time saver.
Yeah, right. So I want to show you a couple of the other options just because they're cool to look at. If you're more media oriented, or if you rely on less evergreen, more up-to-date content, you can use the Google News feature to find the most relevant up-to-date content. A lot of us rely on blogs, right? We love blogs and sharing other people's blogs. So now you can connect other people's blogs via their RSS alert, the RSS feed. And from there, you can just pull their blog posts and schedule those. So you don't even have to go to their websites anymore. You can just set them up here.
Can you briefly explain what the RSS alerts are? Because I'm not really too clear on that myself.
The
So is it
RSS
just blogs? Is that all it is?
Yeah, the RSS feed is just code for the all the blog content for a website. So all it does is that it just pulls, it curates all the blogs and puts them into one feed for you, and it keeps it up to date. So it's a live feed. So if I were to set up an RSS alert for Social Media Examiner's blog, I wouldn't have to keep on refreshing it every time. Once I typed in the actual URL to their RSS feed, then it will automatically pull up their blogs as they go live. So it's always up to date. So I don't have to
Okay.
think about that. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, no, that's a good question. So that's your RSS alert. And then this is fun. So regardless of what industry you're in, it's good to shake up your content in terms of having a balance of pure business or pure value to just a little bit more social, fun, and casual, right? I think every industry can take advantage of that to some degree, depending on your voice, depending on your brand. But we wanted to give that option for you to post that content that's fun, that actually generates those conversations that platforms like Facebook wants to see. So something that's just really popular right now is quizzes. Everybody wants to do the quiz, or everybody wants to see that funny meme, or all right, they need a laugh, they need a DIY, they need something, just something that provides value, but it's not strictly about your business. It's not strictly related to your product or service. That's what.
Do you think I should do a quiz called Are You a Procrastinator? Would that be a good one?
I mean, sure. If you got procrastinators in there, I think they already know the answer. But
They might not do the quiz. They
yeah,
might
they'd be
put
like,
it off.
yeah, they'd be like, yeah, exactly, yeah. I like that. But have fun with this. This specific feed is for you to have fun and just post something a little bit more social, a little bit more fun and casual. Again, it's not going to be the majority of your content unless your business is geared towards that. But we wanted to give that option to be able to provide all different types of content, so you can pick and choose what type of content you want to post, and then with a click of a button, that content will be posted for you.
Can you click on one of those that, like when you did the trending thing, can you just click on one of those so we can see what comes up?
Yeah, let's do like, I don't know, LOL.
Okay.
And
Just get an idea of like what it looks like.
yeah, I get nervous when I do like live searches because you never know what's gonna like show.
Oh my God, like what is that?
I don't know. Hold on. If you're a girl who's had 22 of 34 of these things happen during summer, use their medal. See, I told you. You never know. So yeah, this is just interesting things that according to this tool is considered a LOL. So it might be a tag that they put on there. So it's pulling some of the tagged content based on what's here. I'm curious to see like what quizzes pull up, just out of curiosity too.
That's really cool. So if I put those tags on my stuff might come up.
Well, I mean, that goes into SEO too, right? So I'm
Okay.
sure this tool is pulling, we're talking about content from like BuzzFeed, right? Because they're posting content, I mean, 20 articles a second, right? So
Oh,
that's
okay.
that's a different monster. But who
Okay.
knows? I mean, depending on the tag, right? Your stuff might come up. That would be pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can see there's some quizzes here. And you can also save your searches. I like this too. So if you know that you're going to be searching for the same thing every week, like social media marketing or real estate, fill in the blank with your industry or your, business, then you can save these searches and go back to them. So you don't have to keep on searching for them either. You can just easily rely on your saved searches.
Okay. And I like candy corn, by the way. So
Oh,
does anybody here like candy corn? Am I alone?
I love the pumpkins. Do you know what I'm talking
The
about?
candy corn pumpkins?
Yes,
Yes,
that's
I,
my
I know what you're talking about. They have little chocolate on top.
yeah, that's my thing. I could eat those all day long. So.
Okay.
And they're probably in store right now, for God's sakes, because
That's right, because it's
that's
August.
marketing.
It's August. It's not even July yet. It's
Yeah,
time
yeah,
for the Halloween stuff.
yeah. But it's probably already out there. So, but yeah, and I will say this because we are talking about content here, and I don't want you all to think, okay, all I need to do is just post curated content and I'm good. Because again, that's the easy button concept that does not exist. This is to help you, and you can use this as part of your content, but I would never encourage you 100% curate content because at the end of the day, you want to drive traffic to your website. You want to provide value from the content that ideally you're creating or someone else is creating. So this is going to help with the curated piece, but also know that you have the other tools in here like the image creator and those quick inserts to help you create that original content that's going to drive traffic back to where you ultimately wanted to go, which is generally your website.
Yeah, and I want to talk about that really just briefly here too. It is important that you have your own original content because people are going to connect with you by who you are, not by the fact that you're sharing a whole bunch of other people's stuff. Sharing other people's stuff is great, of course, because it helps you, but it also helps them. But the thing is that you need to share with your audience who you are because they're going to connect with you. It's called attraction marketing. You're going to attract them to you if you're putting you out there. And if you're not putting you out there and you're putting somebody else out there, then you're not attracting them to you. So it's really, really important. That's why live video is amazing because you really get to connect with people as who you are as a human being.
There you go. She said it herself. Yeah, so that, and I will show just two more features real quick, which are available here. One of those being social training, and why we set that up specifically is because we wanted to make this tool as user-friendly as possible. So we wanted to include some free resources in there that you would have access to. One of those being, for example, how to connect to Telegram, which a lot of business owners had questions on because that's who we use to integrate with Instagram. So if you have questions on how to connect to Telegram, which is then going to enable you to post content to Instagram, then these are here for you to be able to use. So I would reference these as well as the other free resources that we have available for you in your pro version, which again, you're getting the 7-day pro trial of it. So I would take advantage of it while you have the pro version, unless you want to invest in it later on after you're done with your trial. And then we also have the support tab is available to pro users as well. So as you guys are setting up your freemium version, you have questions, I would make sure to use this tab right here. Our team is really good about getting back to you in about 24 to 48 business hours. It's usually a lot faster than that, but I like to kind of help manage expectations there. So you can easily put in a support ticket and our team will be back in touch with you. So I want to point that out just because that is available only for pro users, but since you guys will have a 7-day pro trial, take advantage of it. And then, like I said, at the end of your trial, you're still going to have access to your freemium account. And you can also choose to invest in the pro version at that point as well. All right.
Sorry, I had muted myself because I wanted to make sure in case my dogs went crazy.
Oh.
Okay, so are we done with the sharing of it?
We are.
Okay, so here's you go. I'm going to put a comment in the comments there. Type SIG Social, SIGSOCIAL in the comments, and my messenger bot will send you a message, which will direct you on how to sign up for this free version. Remember, the free version is available now, but it won't always be available. You want to, let's see, stop sharing your screen there.
Yeah.
They can see us. Oh, you don't, let's see. There
Hold
you
on.
go. Coolio. So type SIG Social in the comments below. And again, that will take you through to the freemium, which I've never heard that phrase before. I like that premium free version. I like it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So take you to that free version. And remember, it's only available for a short period of time because they are going to close off that freemium version. So make sure you get it now. Even if you aren't able to play around with it now, make sure you get in there. And then let's connect. Maybe there's something I can do to help you get it started. You know, I'm going to dive into it and start using it. I'm really excited because I'm using Canva already. So I might as well just use that instead and then push it out instead of wasting all that time that I'm doing right now. So I'm really looking forward to it. Let's see if it has any questions there, Alex. SIG Social. Okay. Tony did it. Awesome. Tony, let me know if that didn't work. It worked for me. So hopefully it will work for you. And I want to thank you so much for watching us live and having, questions. Really, really important, especially when you're in the beginning stages. Like when Alex is putting it out there, having all these questions helps to let her know, like, are we doing the right thing? Are we on the right path? And I think you're on an amazing path. And I can't wait till it gets down to groups too, because that is going to be so cool.
Yeah, I'm excited as this tool continues to evolve. It's only going to get more powerful. And so you all are really lucky to essentially be not the pioneers, but in a way, yes, right? Because we're giving this for a limited time only, and then we'll start charging for even the freemium version. So get on in it. If you have any questions, put in that support ticket and we'll be happy to help you.
Fantastic. Now, any questions that I should have asked you that I didn't ask you?
Oh, Lord. I mean, we could go all night. I mean, I could talk social all night, but I don't want to go too crazy. At least tonight. It's only Tuesday. Maybe if it was Friday, it'd be
it'd be Freaky Friday, right?
Yeah. Come back Friday, you all. We'll have a totally different vibe. It's going to
the Friday vibe. Yeah. Well, it's, it's just actually, again, it's a really great tool to get in there and just start using it and, dabble in it, see what it's like. And, oh, you know what? You didn't share, or maybe you did and I missed it somehow, is what's going to be the difference between the free version and the, the pro version?
The key differences, first of all, for example, the message research tab that I showed you, the pro version allows for unlimited searches.
Okay.
Message. And then with the freemium version, you have a limit on how many searches you can do a month, which I believe is 10. So that's one of the key differences. The hashtag feature is exclusively pro. So you can still use those quick inserts like the emoji and the website ones, but the hashtag one is for pro users. And what's nice is that when your pro trial is done, it will pull up to a screen where you can choose the freemium still, but it will show you the different differences. So I would refer to that for all the main ones. I tend to keep on bringing up the same ones because that's what sticks in my memory. So, but that's all up on your dashboard as well, as we'll show you the differences.
Fantastic. Well, congratulations for bringing this to us, and I'm really excited that you reached out to me so that we could share this with my audience and let's get people in there using it. And like I said, I'm excited to get in there and start using it, and I will definitely have questions for you. I will.
I love it. And thank you so much for even sharing this with your community and provide that value. This is what we're looking for, is those partners to be able to share it with their community. So thanks for just being open and being awesome. And I look forward to sharing this with your community.
Thank you so much, Alex. And you have an awesome night, and I'll see you soon. I'm going to meet you in person sometime really soon. I feel it.
Yeah, I think we are meeting in a couple weeks at that event. So I'll make sure to come and say hi and meet you IRL, so to speak.
Yes, exactly.
Cool.
I'll see you there. Okay, you guys have a good night. Remember, share this out. Type SIG Social in the comments, one word, SIG Social, one word, and get into that free version. And again, if you get there and it's not free any longer, sorry, but it's still an amazing tool, even as a paid version. So you guys have a great day, and we'll see you really soon. Bye-bye now.